Camilla is loving my studio.
I'd love it. I want to steal all the things.
Okay. What are you stealing?
Okay, well, you made fun of me because they're not real, but the jungle behind us.
Yeah.
I said a little more oxygen in the room.
Yeah. Where do you record now? Your new podcast. Semi-new.
Record in my home.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's good and bad.
If you're in LA, are you in LA?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good and bad though. I mean, it's like my dogs are barking at different people. You know, it's a whole thing. My kids come in.
You have guests on?
If I have a guest, I'm in the studio.
Okay.
Not in my house.
Yeah, you're
that
like,
feels
sorry.
Weird.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't know everybody and you're like meeting for the first time.
Right.
And you're like, no.
Yeah.
No. But this is a good setup.
Yeah.
At the iHeart Studios in Los Angeles.
You like it?
We don't have any plants.
Oh, okay. Now I'm tracking. When you record in studio, I know your setup. It's very like
it's like
more official, like conference room vibe.
Yes.
Got it.
I don't want those vibes.
You want more of like a couch vibe. I agree.
Yes.
iHeart, step it up. Sorry,
iHeart.
I love you.
Hi.
I'm so happy you're here. You're so gorge.
It's all makeup. Did not wake up like this.
No, your eyes are like this really pretty, like, is that Hazel?
Yeah.
That's Hazel, ladies and gentlemen. If you're wondering what Hazel eyes look like, it's them. They're really pretty.
Thanks.
Joe Wilson.
I know.
The cutest there ever was. Did I watch mashups of you and Karev this morning in preparation?
Oh my God.
Sorry.
You did. Well, do you like her and her new love, Link?
I'm down, but like, will I always love her and Karev?
Yeah.
But like his thing, we'll talk about it. But when you first walked in,
okay,
because I remember being shocked back in the Dizzle that you're English. And
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember being like, whoa, what?
Yes.
Are people still to this day
shocked?
Yeah.
I think most people know.
Yeah.
And I think most people know at this point because they're very confused by my accent that it's just during the season that we film, which is 9 months of the year, and it's been 13 years. It's not going to be fully British anymore. And when I'm in it, it's just very American.
So when you started though, was it hard?
It was definitely harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you always know how to do, well, you lived here a little bit when you were younger.
I lived here for 1 year when I was 14.
That's it?
That's it. I could always do an American accent when I was really little.
How?
I think it's because in the UK and all over the world, it's your media that we're watching all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like I grew up with like American movies. I'm watching The Little Mermaid has an American, you know, all these. And so when I was just really young, I would go to the supermarket and be like, just pretend to be American.
You're saying that, but like so many times, like this is one of my favorite things to do. I'll be watching a movie, not know the actor or a show, right?
Yes.
And I'll be like to my husband who doesn't care, like, I'm going to Google them right now. You'll see they're British because I could tell by the accent, by the way they're speaking English.
Yes.
Sometimes they drag out like more of the letters because it's like harder for them
I can hear it too.
So, but you did, so I'm saying like it's not like, give yourself more credit. Not every British person can fucking do it.
I can
not
do
even
it
every
pretty
actor.
good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff I do not well, and I can do it.
What do you do not well?
I mean,
other accents,
gardening, cooking. I mean, there's a fucking laundry list of shit I'm terrible at. But the accent.
But you were talking about the ADR booth, and I feel like I've been hearing a lot about ADR booths lately. And sometimes I swear, I'm not joking.
They're like the place to go.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you hearing?
I love when people break the fourth wall and like explain back, because you assume we all know what it is. We don't.
That's true.
So what's ADR booth?
So the ADR booth is when you screw up something, right? Basically, a lot of times you screw up something. So say for our show, you say a medical line, a word wrong. Or sometimes they want to add a line, or sometimes something happens and something's fallen on your line, or someone coughed on your line.
Yeah.
You want to clear it up so the audience can hear you.
Yeah.
You go into a booth with a microphone similar to this and some cans, and you rewatch the show on the screen, and there's beeps, and you have to re-say the line and try and match it to your lips. But in the early days, I had my notes were accent.
Wow.
So you could hear
your accent.
my accent.
So you have to go in and do a better American accent.
Yes, and I even had to do. I mean, it still happens. I did it a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "Play it again." I couldn't even hear what
you said.
No, because I can't. I can't remember. It was one word, and I couldn't even hear.
Do they give you at least a bunch, or is it every episode you have to go in? Or they give you a few episodes?
No, you go in one episode at a time, which is why I prefer.
Where's this booth?
There's in Burbank. Yeah, it's far from my house. Or sometimes it's at the studio.
Like such a nuisance. No? The ADR.
It is. Yeah, sometimes it's annoying to do the whole drive, and then you get there and there's just one line.
Stop.
So you're in for like 2 minutes.
You can't send it from your phone voice note?
We do that in the summer, actually.
You do?
Yes, and I just did it from New York. Yeah, I was staying with my friend Jessica, and I put a blanket over my head, and I said my line.
Which she's in New York, Jessica Capshaw?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
She's upstate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lots of celebs moved upstate. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
A lot of pandemic moving.
A lot of it. Yeah. Like upstate Westchester?
I can't say.
Oh, you can't say like privacy wise.
Yeah, she wouldn't want it.
Oh,
no,
okay,
yeah.
I got it.
Because I said it on our podcast the other day, and she was like, "You're gonna take that out." And I was like, great.
You're like, okay. You're like, only me sharing my whole life to everybody? Bye.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah. In Los Angeles, it's a huge city. The town she lives in, it's her and like one other house. So it's like a 50-50 chance.
Oh, I gotcha.
For a stalker.
Yeah. Good for her.
Yeah.
So wait, tell me about this year. Why did you come from the UK to America for a year?
My dad worked for 3M growing up, the company that makes Post-its, right?
Right.
And so he had like a job transfer assignment for about a year and a half. So in 98, I moved to Austin, Texas.
What grade were you in?
The end of middle school. What is that?
Like you
7th, 8th.
So you came for 8th?
I came for the very last year of middle school and the very first year of high school. And I came from like a very small private school that was run by nuns. That was all girls.
Yeah.
In England, and I went to like public school in Texas, and I loved it.
You know what's so crazy? You have 2 kids.
Yes.
Right. And like schools is such a big thing to think about, right? You're like, where are they going to go?
Yes.
And you have to decide like
yes.
kindergarten, the school they're going to go to for their whole lives.
Yep.
And all this shit. Meanwhile, you know,
yeah.
Look at you.
Oh yeah.
Like
I moved around a lot. Yeah, they
and you were fine.
You're fine. You have a 4-year-old.
I have a 4. You have 4 too?
I have 4, boy.
Oh, crazy. Cuckoo crazy.
Not super. I have to say my daughter had more energy. She's 7.
Really?
Yeah. She was like one of the lost boys in Peter Pan.
Wow.
Yes.
So boy, maybe is he into like superheroes, costumes, things like that?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, all of it.
All of it.
All of it. But I'm thinking about kindergarten. I'm like, where is he going to go for the rest of his life? And then my mom's like, you have to decide the one school he's going to go to forever. I'm like, Mom, you moved me around. Like, how are you telling me this?
Did you like it?
I don't remember. I'm fine now. You know?
I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah.
I think I remember in high school, because that was big, that I moved to, like you, plopped into New York City public school. And I was like, this is cool. Like, yeah, even though I was popular in my last school, everything was going for me. And I still was like, new is cool. So yeah, I was down. But I think it depends what kind of person you are. Were you always like,
I was outgoing.
And outgoing?
Yeah. I felt like it was just a new opportunity to meet people. And
But only 1 year, and then you went back to the same school and
I ended up going back to a different school, actually, because I was like, I don't want to, now that I've seen this, I want
be with
like,
the nuns.
Well, I'd like to be with like not nuns.
Yeah.
Not so fun. And some boys.
Yeah.
So then I went to a different school, and then I didn't like that school, and I ended up going to an international school that had a lot of Americans in England.
Oh, cool. Did you ever miss Texas?
Yeah.
Stop. That's cute. Do you go back ever? Like that's
I've been back. I've been back for press, and then during the pandemic, my husband and I flew in to look at houses, actually.
Like maybe.
Yeah, to think maybe this would be a move one day.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, I was like, we'll be able to get more land here. Well, no, Austin's really fucking expensive.
Also, like, some taxes, no state taxes.
No, yes. I mean, compared to California, sure.
No, none at all.
None?
None.
0?
There are states that don't have state taxes. So if you see people all of a sudden moving to like Florida or Texas, know why?
This is news to me.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have.
You're like, wait, why didn't we do that? Yeah, I'm telling you. Not because of the taxes. I'm telling you, people that move there sometimes for the taxes.
Well, yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're saving the state. So like that.
Yeah.
So you're an American citizen now.
I am. When Trump got to be president the first time around, I was like, I don't trust that I'm going to get to hold
with
on
your
to
green card.
Green card.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go and get citizenship. Yeah.
That test is hard.
It's no joke.
My husband studied for it and I watched it and I was like, I'd fail.
Well, I ran it with my husband and he was like, you're going to be fine. I don't even know if you need to study. And I was like, let me just
ask you one question.
Some questions.
Yeah.
He would not have become a citizen.
No.
He was like, I don't know any of this.
No, it's literally all the
it's
the Constitution, like everything.
Yes.
Do you still go back? Where are you from in the UK?
I'm from a little town called Wokingham in Berkshire.
Is that far from London?
Like an hour.
So do you go back still? Is your family there?
My family like to come out and visit me, and I don't want to go home.
You don't want to go home?
Not really. I mean, my family, I love them. This is not a spoiler. They know I feel this way. They feel this way about me. They're all really annoying. So I just have to
in a real way? Like in a
they're very annoying.
Like in what way?
Like they're just really opinionated. We're all very opinionated. We're all in each other's business too much.
Yeah, that it's good to have some distance.
Yeah, like I'm okay being on the other side of the world.
Wow.
But like we have a WhatsApp chat together.
That's
a
all
sibling
day?
chat. That's all day, every day. And every single one of us at some point has like stormed out.
Oh, we do that too,
left
yeah.
the chat,
and
right?
And then you know what the humiliating part is? Re-adding them.
You have to, yeah.
Who's the admin though? Are you an admin?
I think I'm the admin for the most recent one. But that's the other thing. Sometimes I'll when I'm not admin, I've stormed out.
Yeah.
I've been sucked back in because they just add you back in.
Oh my God,
They're like, no, this isn't over. And I'm like,
wait, is everyone in it like brother? What do you have?
2 brothers and a sister.
Wow, 4 kids.
Yeah, we're all in it. Yeah, so I have to be in the right.
Parents too or no?
My mom passed when I was young.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. And that my dad's still home. They're all still there.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll go back when the flight that's 11 hours doesn't sound terrible for 2 little kids.
Yeah.
The time difference.
Yeah.
And when they're a little bit less annoying.
The family, not the kids.
All of them.
Yeah. Everyone together is less annoying. I know 11 hours. From LA, things are far.
Yeah.
From New York, it's a little bit easier.
Yeah. Much easier.
So do your kids know their family there?
They do because they come visit me.
Oh, they come to you. Okay.
They come to me and they come individually. So my sister will come and then my brother will come. If we're all together.
That's too much. Gotcha.
We're gonna have a blow up.
Wait, so you have 2 kids. Usually people that come from a certain size family want the same thing. You know, if you're 4 kids, if you grew up with 3 brothers and sisters, you usually want that. Did you feel that or did you?
To afford 4 kids in Los Angeles.
Crazy.
I also I have anxiety. I talk about this on the podcast a lot. So I didn't have any anxiety. And then I had kids and I had so much anxiety. God bless Zoloft. Love it.
Oh, same, sis.
Same. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Well, I've had it before kids, but yeah.
I talk about Zoloft all the time.
Oh, yeah?
Podcasts. Yeah, because I think it's important because when I didn't want to go on an antidepressant and when it felt like, no, not me.
Not me.
And I remember Googling who's on it to sort of see.
Who'd you find?
Amanda Seyfried.
Shut the fuck up, Camilla Luddington. Same.
Really?
Motherfucking same. And I said this on a podcast.
Have you interviewed her?
No. But I said this on a podcast because I love talking about it for the same reason. I said, I remember doing that same motherfucking Google.
Yes.
And I even know that Amanda Seyfried was on motherfucking Lexapro, not Zoloft.
Yes, yeah.
And I remember saying, not only that, I think she even said I was on it pregnant. Like she came out and said that.
Oh.
And I was like, oh.
It made me, her name on there made me feel very comforted because, and then I thought well, me going on it, I need to throw my name out on the list because the list isn't that big of people that have talked about it.
Yeah, we both know Amanda Seyfried, yeah.
We know, yeah, exactly. So I feel and the list is way longer than that.
Way longer.
So let's talk about it.
Add us to the list.
Add us to the list.
We want to be on the list. But it's interesting you say that. I remember when I started taking Zoloft, I was embarrassed by it to the point where I hid it in my like sock drawer or whatever in college. And I remember my friend like seeing it and being like, what is this? And I was like, as if I was like on heroin.
Yeah.
Totally. And I think that affected my relationship with it so much that I ended up weaning myself off, getting horrible side effects, whatever. Years later, back on it.
Yeah.
Same kind of progression of why me, how am me, Amanda?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
To now when I'm like, come here, child.
Yeah.
You know? Come here, little blue baby.
Come here.
I'm now postpartum for a second time, and I don't play around. Last time I waited until I saw the damage of postpartum to my hair, like hair thinning, shedding. And this time I was proactive about it. I had Nutrafol, the postpartum formula, lined up, ready for me to take it as soon as I gave birth, because I do have the breastfeeding friendly formula, which is the postpartum formula. So immediately I was like, boom, boom, bam. Okay. I'm coming at this prepared. But Nutrafol, you guys, it does really work. Like, you know, when people are like, does this really work? Yes, it really does work. So I do highly recommend it. I've been taking it since Noah was born because it has just like great ingredients in it, a bunch of vitamins. It's obviously drug-free, and you can see thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months. And Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand. Especially now, it's the cold, dry air of winter. It could be unforgiving, but your hair does not have to suffer. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering my listeners $10 off your first month's subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and then you enter the promo code NOTSKINNY. It does really work. Like, you know, when people are like, does this really work? Yes, it really does work. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com. But the promo code is not skinny. I literally shrieked when I found out that Boll & Branch is available to shop at Bloomingdale's. Like, these are the sheets and bedding that I use, and I always spread the gospel. But I feel like it's just so much easier for people to shop at like one of the department stores that they know because they're already shopping there, and it's just like one more thing to add to cart. I'm so happy Boll & Branch is now at Bloomingdale's, and you can experience the comfort that Boll & Branch's soft organic cotton bedding has, okay? Their sheets are actually so amazing that they get softer with every wash, and they deliver really long-lasting comfort and quality because they're made from 100% organic cotton and they're fair trade certified. And this is like luxurious. Like, this is like your bed will look like an influencer's bed. It's really like neutral, classic styling that fits any bedroom aesthetic. And it also has sustainable sourcing, so eco-conscious customers love it. And it's just such quality. I have the signature hem sheet set. It's made from 100% organic cotton with a soft, smooth feel. It's just so good, you guys. I also love all of their waffle blankets. They're so yummy. And right now, you can shop Boll & Branch at Bloomingdale's, which is exciting on its own, at Bloomingdale's online. And if you use code NOTSKINNY20, you'll get 20% off your purchase. So again, you go to Bloomingdale's online, you shop Boll & Branch, and you use code NOTSKINNY20, and you'll get 20% off your purchase. Enjoy. I've been obsessed with the Color Wow Dream Coat for a while. Like, I remember the first time I used it, I was like, wait, this is a dream. Like, this is magic. And you know, I don't say like that anything changes my life or is life changing, but the Dream Coat really is. Like, this is a change that you'll notice. This is like, it'll give you a salon style blowout, like literally. It went viral. It's a frizz and humidity fighter that sells one every 5 seconds. And now Color Wow, which is a female founded, family owned business, they just did it again. They came out with Money Mist, which is a light ultra luxe leave-in treatment for all hair types, especially for like dry and damaged hair. It really strengthens, hydrates, and detangles. It also gives like a glossy, expensive looking head of hair. And it also has heat protection built in, so you don't have to add that. And it's sold out 3 times since launching. And it's an Oprah Daily's Beauty Award winner for Best Leave-In Conditioner. Can you believe? I can believe, because Chris Appleton, who is obviously Kim's celebrity hairstylist and J-Lo's and so many others, he's Color Wow's celeb ambassador. So if Chris says, Chris knows. Go to colorwowhair.com/notskinny and enter code NOTSKINNY and you can get 20% off all products. Like I said, the Money Mist is their new product. The Dream Coat is their viral, amazing product. Both of them. Add those to cart and get 20% off all products when you use the code NOTSKINNY. colorwowhair.com/notskinny. Code NOTSKINNY for 20% off all products.
So tell me what if you're comfortable sharing. You said you shared, but like what was your
So I suffered a lot from health anxiety. My mom passed really suddenly, and she was young. She was 43.
How old were you?
19. And some of my siblings were younger. And so when I had a kid, it did this thing where, and I've heard that this is the experience actually of a lot of people that have lost parents. So I ended up feeling like that was going to be my legacy too, right? Like I'm going to pass early and I'll never see their wedding and I'll never meet their kids. And I started to be really paranoid about anything where I could be sick or they could be sick. I was waiting for the ball to drop, right? Like I was just prepared for anything. And then the pandemic happened and I was pregnant during the pandemic. 2020 baby. Yeah. And
when was your son born?
August.
Same.
What is it?
August 5th.
Oh my God, 7th.
It's crazy. Same exact. What's his name?
Lucas.
Lucas and Noah. Best friends.
Lucas and Noah.
Bye.
That's cute.
That is
wow.
cute.
Oh my God.
Noah
Okay,
brought
so
him
you
up.
know what that was like?
Yes.
We didn't even know if people could be allowed in the hospital. When my husband could be allowed in the
I
hospital.
mean, they wanted us to like be with a mask, and I was like, no. Like to push with the mask.
I pushed with the mask on.
Push with the mask.
Yes.
I was like, I can't breathe. That's wild.
Yeah.
Doctor's appointments by yourself, right? Husband
Yeah,
can't
so
come.
stressful. I mean, it was
Crazy.
very stressful. So it really ramped up. And then after the pandemic, I remember we were treating ourselves to a vacation in Hawaii. And I'd never been to Maui, and I was really excited. I'd only ever been to Hawaii one other time. Went to Hawaii, and I fucking ruined this vacation for myself. I had so much anxiety for no reason.
But what about what? Like being in a foreign place?
Just like all of it. Like if they're going to go into the ocean and they're going to drown, they're going to go into the pool. And if I don't grab them and they're, I was imagining so many scenarios that by the end of that, I was like, I'm done. I'm sick of my own shit is what I felt like.
Yeah.
Like I ruined this vacation and I'm never going to do that again for myself. So I got home. I said to my therapist, fine, sign me up for whatever the fuck it is.
Why had she suggested it before?
She had, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, not me. Somebody else, not me. Embarrassing. And then I talked to a psychiatrist and she said, let's just start you really low.
Yeah.
And I was like, fine. And then it was really life-changing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great. Did you have like anxiety attacks or just kind of those?
I'd had anxiety attacks before, but what I hated even more than an anxiety attack is I just felt like a general. I was so used to living with just a general anxiety every day.
Yeah.
Like I was just operating with a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
And that was normal for me.
And that was normal. And you kind of accept it. You're like,
yes.
And now do you feel like completely?
I mean, I think I probably have anxiety like normal people
Amounts.
have. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It does tend to pop up on like trips and stuff, I feel like, even more so. Because
I think
you're
so,
not
too.
in your
Yes.
when you're in your comfort zone,
Yes.
things are familiar, you usually can like coast.
Yes.
And when things are like different, you're
Yeah.
like, whoops, what's going on? You're hyper alert and it's just like crazy.
Yeah.
So thank you for talking about it. It is really important.
I think
It
it's
does
really
help.
important. 'Cause
Yeah.
clearly, we both did the Google. And Amanda, by the way, I love you because you're like one of the
Thank you.
first.
Imagine, like, I feel like she doesn't know. We need to tell her. We need to.
She needs to be on.
I know she needs to be on and know that, like, she made us be okay with Zoloft.
You can tell her. Yes.
Me and Camilla.
Yeah.
So did you, in all this time growing up, through coming to Texas, back, know that you wanted to be an actor?
Yeah, I was like 4.
Stop.
Yeah, I was really young.
And what?
I knew the Wizard of Oz was my favorite movie.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be Dorothy. I wanted to be Judy Garland.
Yeah.
And nobody in my family had ever been in the industry.
Not a Nepo baby, everybody.
Not a Nepo, no. No.
Would love to
And
be. Yeah.
I was like, that would have been great.
Yeah.
And so my mom was like, no. And her opinion was that like you end up like a stage brat, basically, like super precocious. And I just begged them to put me in acting classes and dance and all the things. And so I took classes really young at Italia Conti, an acting school in England. And then I got my first agent when I was 11. And I was just doing a lot of theater. And then came to the U.S. and studied at the New York Film Academy.
Oh, right.
Here. And studied in New York for a little.
What's a little bit? How many years is that?
I think I was here just a little over a year. And then I went to Los Angeles.
Okay. So it's a year program to do that.
It's longer now, but it was about a year program back then. I was the first 1 year, whatever it was at the time, a long time ago, acting program for film.
And were you auditioning at that time too?
No, and thank God, because I was really bad.
Yeah?
For on camera, it's so different. So they would do like a mock audition. And I remember for the first time, I had a reader here, very different to stage, right? Theater, the West End. And they had a camera here. And I didn't realize that in an audition, my lines should be like this. And the first mock audition, I did the whole thing to the camera. Made love to the camera.
Wait, what is it? One of those schools where you then have to watch yourself? And
yes, and it was so embarrassing because then I watched them all back and everyone's not looking at the camera and then mine started and it was like a deep eye contact.
Dead.
Yeah, thank God.
Then you did that for a year, moved to LA. Mm-hmm. Did you have the same agent from London? Did you get a new agent?
So my agent in London that I ended up having an agent as a kid and then I got an agent as an adult and they were just terrible. I mean, it was like the one audition I had, which I was like, I'm not doing that, was for like some tragic cruise ship for like, 80-year-old people.
Doing what?
You know how like there's the entertainment team? I was like, are you fucking
That's what
kidding
they got
me?
you?
Yeah. And I was like, no.
You were like, no.
It felt very rock bottom.
Yeah, yeah.
And I hadn't even started yet. You know what I mean? Like,
you're like, I want to start a little bit. Let me be an extra somewhere.
Yeah.
So what was your first thing?
Oh, it was a show with Christian Slater.
Oh.
Called The Forgotten. This is a million years ago. And I played a murder victim.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I had any lines.
Oh, did you die?
It was a lot of
so you died?
Well, yeah.
Like right away. Were you a body?
I was a body.
Yeah.
I was a really good body.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can do. And and then it kind of flashed back to like how did I get to be a body?
Wait, so when did you do William and Kate? Before that?
After that. This was my very first gig. Okay. Then I had then I did a bunch of different stuff. I did Days of Our Lives, one episode. I was kind of hopping around.
Yeah.
And then I was really blonde. And I started Googling on auditions I didn't get who got the role. Every single time it was a brunette. Every single time.
Okay.
So I went to a wig shop and I threw on a brunette wig and I took a picture and sent it to my agents and my manager. And this is my new one in Los Angeles that were actually good. And I said, I think I want to go brunette. They said, go for it. And my booking rate just went.
You know that there was just an article about this?
No.
Yeah, like Sydney Sweeney, like a lot of different actors spoke about this. Like Sydney Sweeney, I think, was the other way. Only when she was blonde, it started working for her. Yeah, there's like a big thing about this.
Yes, it really changed my career. So very soon after William and Kate happened.
Thank God you were brunette.
Yes, I would never have gotten that. I mean, I don't even know if I would have gone in for the audition.
Wait, so the audition though was in LA. It wasn't like a British production.
In LA.
Okay.
No, it's definitely not British.
What was that like?
You couldn't tell by the movie there wasn't a bunch of Brits?
Wait, so what? Were you into the royals? Was that like exciting?
No, I wasn't super into the royals.
Okay.
I love Princess Diana.
Yeah.
But I wasn't super like, William and Kate obsessed.
Yeah.
Now this is my moment. No, but you know what? I loved that movie because it was 3 weeks of filming because they shoot those things so fast.
Yeah.
Right. And we just had so much fun. And then it came out and it was cheesy, delicious, Lifetime. And it was like great. And then I went from that to being.
To Grey's, no?
No, I got butt ass naked on Californication. I went from Princess Kate to like Slutty nanny.
Everyone tells me to watch Californication still. Like, it's one of those shows that people are like, best show ever. Like, how haven't you watched it all? And I know that I would love it, and I haven't watched it yet.
It's really, I mean, it's a great show.
Wait, so did you get naked with David Duchovny?
No, I got naked with Evan Handler. Do you know who that is?
No.
Okay, in Sex and the City, Charlotte's bald husband.
Harry?
Harry.
You got naked with Harry? You had a moment?
Wait,
you were butt-ass naked, like what?
Not this.
Yeah.
But.
And boobs?
Boobies.
Really?
Yeah, but it's like I was in my 20s and I was, I didn't even have to work out, and I was, it's like one of the, now?
Yeah.
No.
First of all, you look amazing.
Thank you. But like.
You wouldn't feel the same, you're saying, taking off the clothes.
No, I would need like a tent up to my eyeballs.
Stop, shut up.
No, it's so different. No,
than being
it's not
in your
the same.
20s.
Hell yeah. And after kids.
Well, you turned 40 recently.
I did.
No, you're.
I'm about to be 41 next month.
Wait, how was the 40? Was it a big?
I loved it.
Yeah. Did you do
Are you 40?
Big? I'm not. I'm not offended that you said that.
Well, I mean, because I feel like you have 2 kiddos.
Right.
And people are waiting later to have
I know.
kids.
I'm 36.
So you have, I mean, I feel like, honestly, I didn't feel much different from 36 to 40.
Yeah, I feel like 40 is so hot.
I think 40 is amazing.
Yeah.
Because my 30s were better than my 20s.
Yes. That
right?
I feel like we can all agree on.
You're in the trenches in your 20s.
Yeah, no one misses their 20s. Gross.
Mm.
You're like that body on Californication, though. No. You're like, miss that.
I miss it. Miss those jeans I used to wear. No, I'm just thinking because we had on our podcast people write in with their like problems.
Yeah.
And we've had submissions where people have kids and they're with their husband. They really miss their life in their 20s.
Okay.
I don't though.
Okay. No, I'm trying to like respect that.
I think like a drunk brunch, you don't have to worry about going home and parenting. There's no drunk, there's no bottomless mimosas.
I think the thing that we can agree on that's better in your 30s is like you to you, not even the kids and the added stuff, just like you to you.
Yeah.
Like, who were you? Who are you now?
Yeah.
What decisions are you making? How you feel about yourself as a person, not like hotness and stuff.
Yeah.
It's that too. But I think it's that I think that for most people, the 30s are better. Cause you're like, I know myself.
Yes.
Like I got it more together. Like,
yes.
I'm not a dumb bitch as much as I was.
Not as much.
Still dumb bitch though.
Always.
40,
I feel like is probably going to be better.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling. And also all the women that I look up to that I'm like, they're hot, they're in their 40s and 50s.
Like who? Who's your like biggest?
Well, I mean, like Gwyneth is glowing.
Yeah, Gwyneth
right?
is glowing.
J-Lo.
Crazy.
Never looked better.
Zoe motherfucking Saldana. Like,
well, that's
not normal.
That's a different situation.
It's a different breed. Yeah.
No, and then I feel like Winona Ryder. Beetlejuice. I'm like, she looks. All the women
getting better.
Yeah, I'm not looking at the younger girls wanting to be that anymore.
Yes,
I'm always looking.
Yes, you're so right. Sometimes I'm like, younger girls, what are you doing? Step it up and look like women. Like, yeah, we don't relate, but it's probably because we're older, you know?
Yeah.
Wait, so tell me about Getting Grey's, though. Were you watching the show? Because what season did you come in?
I came in at season 9.
Okay.
I mean, I had watched it, of course. I mean, it was this huge phenomenon.
Yeah.
And then I was on True Blood, and I was going to Comic-Con for Tomb Raider because I play Lara Croft in the video game, 3 of the video games. So I was at Comic-Con, and I tested for a pilot for Shonda. And it had been me and another girl that had gone to Network, and the other girl had gotten it, and I went and did True Blood. And that pilot didn't end up going, I was so devastated I didn't get, but it worked out the way.
I'm going, you were like,
And I was like, well, you didn't have me.
Yeah.
No, the girl that got it, she was great. I thought the script was amazing. I don't know how these decisions get made, but they do. It didn't end up going. And I was really sad. And then I was on True Blood, and then my agent got a call from Shonda saying that she's auditioning a new intern class and she'd love for you to come, and it's on Friday. And I was like, well, I can't. I'm at Comic-Con. So I thought I missed the opportunity. Then I heard over the weekend they hadn't found one of the girls.
Wow.
Could I come on the Monday? So I came, auditioned for Shonda. By Friday, I was on set.
Shush.
Yeah, it's real fast.
So when you audition for the intern, do you know that it's not just like a one episode thing? You already know it's
sometimes it is, but for me specifically, I had a recurring contract with a pickup at the end that could make me a series regular. But it kind of almost felt like one long season of auditioning, because on our show, you know, people go in and out all the time. So that first season, I was nervous. I wanted to stay.
You wanted to stay?
Yeah, I wanted to do a good job and stay.
So basically you do this for a year, and then you find out at the end if they you've moved to a different medical school or something.
Or you blow up in some sort of explosion.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so nerve-wracking.
I know, yeah.
But you probably had a good feeling, no? Or did you really not know until?
I didn't know, because I feel like, no, I didn't know, because I don't even think it's personal a lot of times. It's like, well, what makes the better story? Is you exploding the better story?
Right.
Maybe it is.
Right.
So you're going to explode.
Well, what's fun for you, I feel like, as opposed to people that are signing up for the show now, for instance, is you really got to be with also the OGs.
I did.
Like everyone was still there.
Everyone.
Eric
Sandra.
Dane.
Oh, no.
Eric Dane died already?
Eric Dane died in the episode this episode after I started, and he wasn't in the episode I was in. So I didn't get to actually.
It was like that. It
was very close.
That was
and
one of the
Kyler,
hardest ones for me.
Kyler did die before I came.
Him dying? What was his name? Forgot.
McSteamy.
Him having, first of
and
all,
Kyler.
the problem with Grays is that it can stay with you for a long time, as an anxious person too. So do I remember that moment of McSteamy seemingly getting better?
Yeah.
And then being like, that's what happens before you die. You know,
horrifying.
You
right.
feel you all of a sudden look like you're recovering.
Yes, I know. It's a really
the fact
weird,
that I
real
watched
phenomenon.
That, fucking like 10 years ago, probably, and that state. Not that I'm like, thank God I haven't been there, but even in my anxious moments, I'm like, I'm dying, and that's why I feel better. You know, it's just like.
Well, now that you've said that, that's you've like given me material.
So the trauma.
Oh,
the trauma that show. This is me promoting Grey's Anatomy. The trauma that show can have, like,
yes,
plane crash, like how as an anxious person.
No, by the way, it is technically the worst acting job I could have, because health anxiety is my thing, and I now know 1,000 different ways to die. Thousands. I mean, because
it's real. Like, obviously, what you're filming isn't real, but obviously the conditions
are
real.
It's all based on real. We're not going to do a case that's so outlandish it can never happen.
So wow, you know too much.
I know way
Does
too
it
much.
help you at all in life, like with your kids getting sick, like anything?
No, but what does help me is that I work with real doctors. So I'll like send them a picture of like a paper cut and be like, am I going to die? And they're like,
wait, real doctors are on set all the time?
All the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a cool job for them.
Yeah, it's really fun, and we love them. I mean, we work so closely with them. They're like,
so they
you don't look like a doctor. Yeah, of course. Otherwise, we would never look remotely professional.
So, but you're saying all these years, and I'm sure you have so much knowledge that does help with stuff. You're like, no, I know that's like, that fever is not.
I know some stuff, like when I've had like a stomach ache, I'm like, how many fingers is it from the belly? But it's not appendicitis. Like I know
like
little
where organs are and stuff.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Or like just little things like that, or like, you know, bringing down a fever. Like if it gets to this point, you know, I know, very minor.
Very minor stuff.
But I also I text so many pictures and all sorts.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so.
I'm like, what do you think of this mole? You know, like all set. They're like, God, calm down.
Wait, first of all, is that their only job? Like they're not. Wow.
Yeah, because they have to be with us all the time.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So you shoot how many? You said 9 months a year.
9 months a year.
How many days a week? All of them?
Not all of them. I mean, that's the most amazing thing about having an ensemble show is that like there's so many of us. We're not going to shoot every day.
Right.
Yes.
And you've been 12 years.
I'm in my 13th season.
That's crazy.
Yes.
And what do you say to fans that are like, how much longer do we got? Like, what do we like? Because sometimes you guys make us feel like it's ending and then it does. You know what I mean? Like, you make us feel like, no, this is the last season. And then they're like,
yes.
Surprise.
Yeah. We like to do a little surprise.
Do you guys get nervous as a cast? Like, what are your feelings?
I think that we are super lucky. And that I think what happened was, here's what I think. I got on the show. The show was doing great. I mean, it was season 9.
Yeah.
And then I want to say around like 11, it hit streaming and the show just exploded.
Yes.
It was like, I thought maybe when I joined the show, I was like, okay, it's a 9th season show. Like the show doesn't go on longer. I'll have a couple of years on here. And then it hit streaming. And now it's like kids in high school. I mean, like college. It's like generationally, people are obsessed now. And so I think as long as we have the streaming, which is it's just the way it happens to some shows, like Suits, remember how it suddenly hit streaming and it was like everyone's obsessed. As long as that continues, I think that we will continue to be making the show.
Wow, that's amazing to hear.
Yeah, the fandom's so loyal.
Yeah.
That, I mean, Jessica and I out in New York City, I mean, we just meet so many people that, we're always meeting people
that love the show.
Yes. So it's like these are people still watching, and so this is why we're on the air still.
You guys, if you have kids, everywhere you're turning right now, it's cold and flu season, and it's no bueno. What makes me as an anxious person feel more at ease is when I have solutions around me. I have stuff that can help, right? From babies and kids to grownups, families have trusted Hyland's to help relieve sniffles for more than 120 years. And today you can feel a difference in any of Hyland's formulas. So the formula that I have at home is the new Kids Organic all-in-one cough syrups. And they're safe for ages 1 to 12, and they are USDA organic certified. They're made with gentle organic ingredients such as organic honey, ivy leaf, elderberry, chamomile, as well as wild cherry bark, zinc, and more. These are amazing ingredients. And this formula eases cough and mucus and supports immune health. And they have daytime and nighttime formulas available separately or in a combo pack for round-the-clock care. It's also a kids-approved taste. So I highly recommend you have this at home for when your kids don't feel well. And again, it's from age 1 and up. So completely safe. Great brand. Crafted by nature, tested by time, you guys. Shop now for 25% off all of Hyland's products at hyland.com/notskinny. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease. Kids all-in-one cough syrup for coughs due to dry, irritated throats. #1 in dollar sales, 52 weeks. End October 5th, 2024. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Holidays on the house at DraftKings Casino. With this season's offerings, you'll unwrap everything on your list. Exclusive games, huge jackpots, and exciting rewards. DraftKings is offering a warm welcome to new players with $100 instantly in casino credits with just a $10 wager. Plus, everyone can get in on the action with a holiday reward every week. So sign up with code NOTSKINNY because the holiday cheer is here. Only on DraftKings Casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus, physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only, void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Opt-in required. Casino credits are non-withdrawable and expire in 168 hours. Terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Another brand that I will constantly stock up on that is in my shopping cart weekly is Purely Elizabeth. Purely Elizabeth makes delicious granolas, oatmeals, and cereals, and they're crafted with nourishing ingredients like ancient grains. I only like my grains ancient, okay? I don't want them young grains. Nuts and seeds, and honestly tastes irresistible. You wouldn't even believe they are gluten-free, and they also have vegan options, non-GMO, keto-friendly options. And what I love about it the most is Purely Elizabeth is certified women-owned and B Corp. So I'm obsessed with Purely Elizabeth granola ingredients. It's made with superfoods. So it's just an easy choice. If you're buying a granola, you should be buying Purely Elizabeth. The founder, her name is Elizabeth, is a certified nutrition counselor and health coach. So she's really intentional about selecting the ingredients that go into each Purely Elizabeth product. And she does not settle. There's so many, speaking of flavors, tons of granola flavors to choose from, like chocolate sea salt, vanilla almond butter, and my personal favorite, they're original. I know you're going to be as obsessed as I am with Purely Elizabeth. Visit purelyelizabeth.com. Use code NOTSKINNY at checkout for 20% off your first purchase. That's Purely, Purely, Elizabeth.com, and use code NOTSKINNY for 20% off. Purely Elizabeth. Savor the start.
I was talking to you before about my love for you and Karev. So what do you think about when he left the show? And with a note to you, Jo.
I remember that scene really clearly because they wouldn't let me read it.
Smart.
Before.
Smart, though. Because then
it is smart.
Real.
And they set up a camera that went 360 around me like this. And they're like, okay, and open the note. No. Well, I mean, to be honest, when I opened the note, it was devastating. And they had someone, it was written out for real, but then they had someone off camera reading it to me too. And then I saw like the divorce papers that had been added in, and it was so shocking. So what you see in that episode is my real...
Wait, you didn't even know the divorce papers were added?
I did not know. So we usually at a table read, we get the script and everything's in there.
Yeah.
So that chunk of the script in the table read were blank pages. They omitted what was going to be in it.
Damn. Do they do that stuff a lot?
No.
Wow.
And I think they even did it to Ellen and Chandra too. You have to ask them if you have them on the show. But for me, I did not know. So when I saw the divorce papers too, it was like very overwhelming. It was a tough episode, yeah.
It was a tough episode. But so how did you feel about that kind of coming to an end? Because everyone, what did they call it, Jo?
Jolex?
Right.
Honestly, I feel like one thing I really liked about the storyline was I felt like a lot of times on TV shows, you see a couple break up and then they're able to have that moment of like, fuck you. Like you did all this, like a screaming match or like, you know, or goodbye.
Yeah.
But in real life, people don't always get that opportunity.
Well, fans were mad.
Fans are very mad.
Yeah.
But in relationships, you can have a breakup and not get what you need from the other person.
Right.
Or not even have that moment to be like, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Cheated, whatever. So I liked that we got to tell this story of a girl that had been through a big breakup, a divorce, and she was going to she didn't get that moment, and she was going to have to find it within herself to move on.
Yeah.
And so I liked that. And then I feel like she's sort of come into her own.
Yeah.
You know, she had some single days and Skylar Astin fun dating days. And
well, it's interesting because a lot of times actors like on shows that are long running like this decide to leave like Justin did.
Yes.
Because they're like, I want to do something else.
Yes.
And I can understand someone I'm assuming that's super scary.
Yeah, I think, I think at some point people do feel like it's time for me to get out there. Like Jesse, you know, it was time for him.
Right.
It felt like it was time for him. And he went and did the play here in New York, then Only Murders. And I think that there's probably a lot of times organically a feeling that like, okay, I told all the story that I think that I want to with this character. For me, I feel like there's so much more to tell. So as long as I'll have me, I'll stay.
Good.
Thanks.
And your other coworker just left too, and he wrote him such a sweet note on Instagram.
Jake Borelli. I know. That was hard
tough. For you.
That's hard. But in the most recent episode, he made him her godfather to her babies.
Yeah.
So hopefully he'll come back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now you can probably tell things by the way the script and the stuff.
Yes,
you're like,
I feel like the door's open.
The door's open.
Yeah, the door's open.
So in all these years, what was one of the hardest scenes to shoot for you? Was it that letter?
No, it's actually the scenes with my mom. There was an episode called Silent All These Years. I don't know if you remember this episode. It was about sexual assault.
Yes.
And that whole episode was difficult to film.
People really appreciated that too, like just kind of talking about it. And
well, it had a very real world impact in that we had the helpline or the line for to call for rain at the end of the episode, and the numbers jumped they just got a flood of calls after the episode.
Oh, wow.
So I think that felt really amazing.
Yeah, that it made an impact like that.
Yeah.
Quick jump to now. We spoke, you and Jessica Capshaw have this podcast together. Call it what it is.
Yes.
It's not a Grey's Anatomy rewatch podcast.
It's not.
That would be crazy. I mean, the fans would love it, but that would be a lot of episodes to rewatch.
You know what? We are discussing right now about sprinkling it in a little bit.
Okay.
Because I think the fans would really love it.
They would.
I know. So we might start a sprinkle.
Okay.
I mean, you're hearing it here first. I haven't even talked about it yet.
Oh my God.
Exclusive. Yeah.
Exclusive. So what do you guys talk about now? Like, what's your vibe on the show?
So right now, we try to talk about everything. It's really interesting because I feel like when you are an actress and you go out and you do interviews on, Good Morning America or wherever, there's a lot of media training that sort of goes into like you come in, you say your bit, you're talking about your character, you promote the show. And the things about yourself, you're sort of like a little bit more protective over and tight-lipped about. And you know this. When we started the podcast, we're like, we got to shake off like our media training and be really real and really vulnerable and talk about a bunch of shit. So we talk about all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And then we have guests on. And so we had like the Dildo Duchess on that talked us through sex toys, and it was really fun. And then we have other actors on, and then we call it the Call It Crew. They write in with their problems or stories, and then we discuss them. We have people Zoom in with us and talk to them.
Oh, wow.
So it feels very interactive, and we're trying to make it feel like it's a community as opposed to just me and Jessica talking all the time.
Who thought to start a pod? Was it you?
Her.
Really?
She approached me last Christmas. She called me and she said, I think that I want to do a podcast, but I want to do it with someone. Will you do it with me? And I was like, yeah, done, sold.
Wow. But she's never, does she come to LA a lot in person?
She does because her family is also, she has family out there in Los Angeles. So she can come back and forth, but we do it in our homes a lot.
It's so great because you're also a social media sensation. You're a TikTok star.
I'm unhinged.
You love TikTok. Like you're into do you know all this stuff? Like who's helping you?
That's not,
your husband is down with some of the stuff?
I mean, sometimes.
Yeah.
He's like, oh God, what are we doing?
No,
and I'm like, you're going to do it. You got to do it. I would love, after Grey's, I would love to do comedy. And I just thought it's very hard as an actor to transition between drama and comedy because they see you as a dramatic actress, right? And the same the other way if you start with comedy, it's hard to transition to drama. I don't know why casting. People can do all of it. But so I thought I'm just going to use it as my own little SNL account basically.
Wow.
Fuck
so
around.
This was a more than just fun.
No, this is strategic for me.
Strategic.
Yeah.
Love that.
And I think it's important to see that because I think that girls are supposed to be no, it's just, no, it's totally,
just having fun. You put in effort.
I'm putting
you have to wear
so
shit and
yes, because I want to promote that side of me that you don't see on the show.
Well, I think Jo though does have that.
They've started to they wrote it.
Yes,
yes.
It's not like you were this serious person
she's
with none of those vibes.
She was pretty serious. And then Krista Vernoff came in and show ran for a few seasons and she wrote comedy right away for Jo. So there was a transition. You can kind of see different showrunners, the tone of your character can change.
Yeah.
And so it changed and then they gave me more comedy.
Were you happy about that?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to play both.
So everyone check out literally Camilla Luddington's Reels. Are you for real though? Where are you on? Are you on TikTok or are you on Instagram Reels?
Both.
Both.
I'm doing it all.
But do you Who gets the ideas? You?
I do the ideas.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it is all you. You don't have any young Gen Z.
No, but I have someone help me put it together.
Oh,
because
okay. The editing part.
Yeah, I don't want to edit it.
Yeah, the editing is hard.
And so I'll give feedback, like take 2 seconds off.
Yeah.
It makes it not funny. If we
Yeah.
edit, you know. So, but I come up with
And you're so good at the lip syncing. It's not easy.
It's not.
I know, but you're on it. And you make your cast do shit with you too.
They love it. Come on, guys. You
did a Vanderpump Rules one recently. Yeah. Do they all watch?
By the way, they had no idea.
I have a feeling.
They had no idea.
Oh my God. They went along with it. They had no idea.
They did. I was like, I love you guys. Please do this. And they came and they were game. And they were like, what is this? And I was showing them the beginning. They're like, people watch this? And I'm like, yes.
Wait, so
guys.
Vanderpump Rules, is it one of your top three
top,
Bravo?
Yes.
Top. I mean, who could recreate those early seasons of everyone having sex with each other and shit? So what do you feel like they should do now? Because obviously there's something going on. We don't know. Bravo hasn't even decided it's going to film again.
Are they not filming now?
No, babe.
Oh, okay. So I love Sheena. I've met Sheena.
Yeah.
Yes, she's a big Grey's Anatomy fan. I met her at the People's Choice Awards. She was very sweet. However, don't hate me, Sheena. I don't want Sheena and Lala on the Valley.
You want them to stay on Vanderpump?
I want them to stay on Vanderpump Rules because I think this cast is really good on the Valley. I want them to stay on Vanderpump, but I think that this is going to be controversial. I'm going to get a lot of shit for this. You ready? I think Ariana has to leave.
Uh-huh. Wow.
I know.
And everything else stay the same.
And
you know what?
Because
I'm going to agree.
Are you?
Yeah, and we're going to die.
Yeah.
Are you ready to die with me?
Well, we said it.
Yeah, but not in a bad way. Okay, go.
Here's why. I love her. I think she's amazing. I think it's very clear her career is headed elsewhere.
And also that she doesn't want to be there.
And she doesn't want to be there.
It's not like her career is headed, but she's like, but I don't love everybody. It's like her career is headed and she
doesn't want to
hates everybody.
Yeah, no, if she wanted to, if it was clear that she wanted to be there, I would never say it. To me, it's clear that she's like, peace.
Yeah, peace.
Fuck this.
this.
And so I think that she should leave. Yeah. And I think she should do all the opportunities that she has coming to her. Continue hosting Love Island. It was like the biggest season. And I think it might, and I think that she probably will enjoy it more maybe. But does she want to stay?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's probably scary to let go of that thing. Yeah. That's a constant. But I think I would assume that she doesn't want to stay. And I agree with you.
Yeah.
And I've also heard from, it's interesting you said that because you really do have an eye for this.
Yeah.
When I talk to people that are like close to this Valley production and I asked about Sheena and Lala joining, they said, listen, the cast of the Valley, surprisingly, is so strong on its own.
Yeah.
They did that season on their own.
Yes.
You know, with none of the, I mean, Jax and Brittany were like the names.
Yes.
Did you hear the reason about Jax and Brittany?
Okay, so Brittany's dating somebody new?
Well, no.
And Jax had a meltdown or something?
No, what was funny was she was like talking shit about him. And then he went on a podcast, I think, and said like, and then she calls me to like hook up and come over and drink wine. And then she says this to you guys, like, you're falling for it, like, blah, blah, blah.
So they're hookup buddies?
I really hope not.
No.
It's so gross.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
Though? And it's not good. It's not good. But
you love Jax?
I fucking love Jax.
No.
He's my favorite villain.
Okay.
I don't love him like he's a good person.
Yeah.
I realized watching The Valley that he's so terrible that I missed having like that villain.
Yeah, you know what? I can appreciate that actually because whenever I used to watch the show and people hated certain characters, like hated, I'm like, this is your entertainment, people. Yeah. Like this is a character.
Yeah.
Enjoy this for entertainment. So I see that. And it's funny you said villain because just the other day I posted him and his terrible haircut and his like gelled whatever and his eyebrows that go up.
Yeah.
And somebody said to me, it was so right. Because I was like, what is it? And they were like, he just looks like from the cartoon, like a villain. Just like the way a villain looks like with that hair.
And I think he likes it.
Yeah.
He leans so into, he knows he's a villain. He leans into it, but there's something enjoyable about watching someone so diabolical.
That's what we love about Vanderpump Rules. So we want it back.
No matter what. I definitely want it back.
Yeah.
And if Ariana wants to stay, then I want her to stay.
Yeah.
But I feel like Love Island's calling her name.
just go to Love Island.
Yeah, why not?
Pull her in for a chat, guys.
Yes.
Camilla, thank you for coming on.
Thank you so
You're
much.
so cute. You're so adorable. Grey's Anatomy is on. Everybody go watch it. Everybody listen to your podcast. Call it like it is.
Call it what it is.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Should I say it again?
No, I think it's funny. Keep it.
I always fuck shit up. Call it what it is.
Call it what it is.
Call it what it is.